Hello everyone and welcome to the Butler Beat. I'm Kyle Beery. Basketball season is in full swing and the Butler men's team is off to a great start. Today I'm joined by assistant coach and former Butler player Emerson Campen to talk about this year's Butler basketball team. Emerson, thanks for joining me today. I guess I want to start off by talking a little bit about your history as a Bulldog. You were here for 4 or 5 years, and now you're a coach. Tell me a little bit about your path to becoming an assistant coach.
Yeah, I came here in 2008 as a member of the men's basketball team. I redshirted my freshman year. I was able to play for 4 great seasons, 2 of which were ended in a national championship game, which was pretty exciting. And then finished out my 2 years, and last year I was a graduate assistant for the men's basketball team, and then this year I was fortunate enough to be promoted to be assistant coach.
Mm-hmm. So I guess let's talk a little bit about your playing days. You were more of a role player. How did you see yourself fitting into those teams that made those runs?
Yeah, I was definitely a role player, and tried to be a leader from, even though I didn't play a whole lot, but I was fortunate to come in with a great class of 6 guys that were great basketball players and great people, and so I accepted my role, and my role wasn't to score 20 points a game, but it was to make the guys better in practice and to lead from maybe not necessarily on the court every day, but off the court. And so I really embraced that role and was fortunate enough to play with really good players, and we were really successful in my 4 years that I played here.
And you've got a lot to choose from, but what's one of your best memories as a player for Butler?
Obviously the Final Fours were exciting, and the whole entire tournament getting there is an exciting time. The whole month of March is exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my best memories was my senior year playing on College game day against Gonzaga at home.
Definitely.
Just because it was here. It seemed like we weren't going to win the game, and Roosevelt was able to, I wouldn't say push off, but was able to get the ball and make Hinkle magic. So
Yeah. That was something else, but you also had the pleasure of playing under Brad Stevens. Tell me a little bit about him, and did he have any influence on your idea to be a coach at all? Or
yes, he did. Coming in my freshman year, I had no idea that I wanted to be a coach, and so after about 2 years here, working with him every day, I realized this is something I really wanted to do, and he was actually the guy that gave me the opportunity to be a grad assistant, and so I was a graduate assistant for him for a couple weeks until he moved on with the Celtics. Mm-hmm. And then he's been inspirational. We talk on a regular basis, and he's been a huge influence in my life on and off the court, and has allowed me to grow as a coach, and I've learned so much from him, and I can't thank him enough.
And you're in a, I guess, pretty unique situation. You've already had the opportunity to basically be an assistant and play under 3 different coaches now. Moving forward with your career, how do you see that benefiting you?
Yeah, I think you learn from everybody, and not only do you learn from the head coach, but you learn from the assistants. And I've learned a lot from Terry and Michael, who are assistants with me now. And so I think each year you're constantly learning and trying to grow and become a better coach. And ultimately you're trying to win games. And so I think every season it's ups and downs, and so you learn throughout the season, but then as a whole you try to take away as much as you can from each season. And definitely working with Brad, with Brandon, and now Chris has been a great, valuable experience.
And I know a lot of people don't necessarily know exactly day-to-day what an assistant coach does. Just give me an idea of what you're doing on a day-to-day basis with the team.
Yeah, we do, obviously recruiting is a big, process of which it takes a lot of our time. But as far as the everyday stuff, we're in practice. We're developing game plans against opponents. We have individual guys that we work out outside of practice and that we keep up with academically, and just make sure everything's going well. And so our jobs, we have our hands in everything, and the ultimate goal is to recruit, to get players that fit Butler, but also to get the most out of the guys that we have here, and try to win as many games as possible.
And obviously, as a younger guy, would you say that some of the players are pretty close with you then, or?
Yeah, I have a unique perspective because I've played with some of the guys that are currently on the team. But I think they trust me, and it's a unique role is because I was in their shoes, a lot more recently than Michael, Terry, and Chris, where they all played. But I played only a couple years ago, so I can provide, I think, a unique perspective that I hope helps sometimes, and allows me to really interact with the guys, and we try to get the most out of them, which is the goal, and so I think I provide a little uniqueness just because I played with some of them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty, I think, pretty unique. But talk about the team a little bit. The Bulldogs are off to a pretty hot start. They're 6-1, had the chance to go down to the Bahamas and kind of show the nation who this team is. They came away with 2 wins. Tell me a little bit about the 2014 Bulldogs here.
Yeah, I think we went down, to the Bahamas, and we thought it would be a great test to see where we're at, because at this point in the season, no one really knows where they're at. You're practicing against each other every day, and you think that you're good, but it exposed us in some areas, and we know we have to get a lot better. But we're taking one game at a time and trying to plan and prepare for every game, and that starts with Northwestern on Saturday. And we're just trying to take one game at a time and try to be the best we can, and hopefully that the results take care of themselves, and we are where we are in March.
Mm-hmm. And you had the experience several times throughout your career of being a ranked team, nationally ranked team. What is the mindset of a team who's ranked, especially I guess a smaller school like Butler is? What is that like as a player, and now as a coach? What is that like to be ranked? Do you think much about that at all? Or?
No, we don't think a lot about that. I think we kind of just do what we do every single day and try to get better every single day. I think a lot of the outside stuff can lead to distractions, and you're probably never quite as good as people think you are, and you're never quite as bad as people might say you are. So we try to stay even-keeled the whole time and just focus on what we have to do today, and try to win, one game at a time, one possession at a time, and that's really our focus. We don't really worry about what others think of us, or at least we try not to.
And I'd like to talk a little bit about Roosevelt Jones. He's coming off of, he sat out all of last season with a broken wrist. Now he's back, and he's really playing pretty well. What do you see out of him this year? Is he going to be one of the leaders for the team?
Yeah, he definitely is a leader on and off the court, and I think everybody respects him because he's been there, he's done that. But I think the greatest thing with Rose is, and somebody said it to me the other day, is I think he's really embracing this year, because last year I think you don't really know what you have until it's gone, and so I think he was able to really take a step back and see the game from a different perspective, and I think that's kind of excited him and re-energized him, and he seems like he's having a lot of fun, and he's done a great job for us in these first 7 games, and we need to have that continue.
And I got the chance to talk to him a couple of weeks ago after one of the first games of the season, and I commented on his athleticism, and he told me he took that time to really kind of get more athletic, and he's dunking the ball with ease now, which kind of surprised me. And obviously teams are going to have to be athletic to compete in the Big East. How do you see Butler stacking up with some of the other competition?
Yeah, I think Roosevelt's really worked on his body and tried to get his body, because he knows what it takes to be successful at it in the Big East. But I think we learned a lot from last year and of struggling a little bit in the Big East, and we're excited about the opportunity. But right now our focus is on trying to win one game at a time and take one game at a time. And when the Big East comes, I think we'll be ready. But right now our focus is on the non-conference, and we're trying to get as good as we can. We have a ways to go before we get to the Big East, but we also need to get better in that time. So.
Absolutely. And then I guess what are your ultimate goals as a coach? What's your ultimate goal down the road?
It's funny that you asked that. I think that every coach, I think, has a dream school and all that stuff and places they want to go, and I've never really thought about it. I've tried to just embrace and try to do the best job I can every day, and hopefully that leads to us winning games and given a great experience to our guys. And so I haven't really thought about, my career or what I want to do or where I want to go. I just trying to do the best job I can and trying to win as many games as we can. And, coaching is a winding road, and you never really know where you're going to go or where it's going to lead. And so, I'm excited about the opportunities of not knowing where I'm going to go or not knowing, what I really, where I'm going to go. So I think it's an exciting time.
And obviously, it is pretty special for your opportunity to be here at Butler for the time being. Is this a place that you see yourself for quite a while? Or?
Oh, there's no doubt. I absolutely love this place. Coming to school here and now able to work here and coach here. It's this place is unique, and I can't say I know different, but I know that this place is unique, and I know that the people around here are unbelievable. And so, yeah, I absolutely love Butler, and we'll always bleed blue, and we'll always have a special place in my heart.
Mm-hmm. And I guess one last thing to ask, what's one thing that you're looking forward to most this season as a coach?
I think I'm just looking forward to our guys competing every day, and hopefully, bringing as many fans as we can and making Hinkle a great place for us to play and a really hard place for other teams to come in and win. And the new stuff in Hinkle has been extremely exciting, and the new scoreboard and all that stuff is exciting. And so I think we look forward to having games in Hinkle, and I think that's something that I look forward to is being really good in Hinkle and having fans come out and support our guys.
I guess that'll actually be a good place then. One more thing. Obviously, Hinkle is renovated. It's basically a brand new arena on the inside, almost looks like, but it's still got that Hinkle charm. How big of a factor is home court advantage? I mean, you've played as a player, and Butler's having a good season. How do you think it will impact the games if they can start filling the north end with some students there?
Yeah, definitely. I think that all the support we can get really helps, and our guys love playing when the fans and especially the students are there. But the renovations have made it great and have made the fan experience even better and allowed more students to be closer to the court. And I have the jumbotron. I still catch myself not looking up at the replay even though I can. But it's exciting, and we love playing in Hinkle. We think it's the best college venue in America, and we're grateful to play there during our home games, and we're excited about having lots of people come and hopefully filling the stands.
All right, well, that is all the time we have for today, Emerson. Thank you for joining me today, and I want to say good luck to you and the Bulldogs the rest of the season. I'm Kyle Beery, and you've been watching the Butler Beat.